And everyone please hold the Bible with me and say together, I was the sinner. But Jesus saved me. So I'm free. I'm happy. I am following my Lord. Amen. Alright, thank you. Clap for our musicians. Yeah, we needed to pay such a nice musicians more than pastor here. Thank you for your heart and your skills. Yeah. I appreciate it. Today we want to talk about Middle Easterners in our times. Everybody aware that we are in the struggle with the Middle Easterners these days. We are at war and we are at conflict. And most of all, we are feeling threatened by them, especially after the September tragedy and some others. Let's think about these Middle Easterners, which we call either Arabians or Islams or whatever you can call them. Today's story is about two ladies. One is Jewish, not Jewish. One is Abraham's wife called Sarah. And one was Sarah's maid servant called Hagar. If you know the Bible story in Genesis, Hagar's son, Ishmael, became one of the big fathers of Islam people. It's probably not the same Islam people nowadays, but those geographical locations at the time was where Ishmael's descendants were thriving. If you are standard, normal, white Americans or Europeans having strong legalism in your heart, probably you will have a Sarah's syndrome in your heart. Everybody read this Bible story will say, yeah. Sarah is the first wife, Hagar is not. And Sarah must succeed God's blessings, not Hagar. Probably many of you think like that, because we can use the story into one or the other directions. But if you look at the story closely, God is blessing Hagar in today's stories. This is the time even before when Abraham's son Isaac came out. This is time a little after when Sarah already knew that God promised Abraham to say that you will have a son. Sarah, as an old lady who cannot be reproductive at the time biologically and had a lot of stress, you can imagine. God promised a son, and I cannot bear the son at this my age. She was thinking about it again and again and finally made a decision. Okay, I have a young maid servant here, Hagar. You go to my husband and bear the children for me. It was not the Hagar's decision to become a concubine, or it was not the Hagar's decision to attract Abraham to get him from the Sarah. It was Sarah's decision to fulfill God's promise by her own thought. Because I cannot bear the child, my maid servant bear one for me. And then, when Hagar got pregnant, and Sarah was becoming jealous against Hagar, there is no vivid evidence from the Bible that Hagar really despised her mistress. Today's Bible scriptures say God is even listening to Hagar's complaining, crying voice, saying, my mistress is just oppressing me now, that I'm running away from her. It was more like the struggle between Sarah and Hagar, which originally caused by Sarah, who couldn't wait until God is doing something for her. And then finally Sarah accuses his husband with the wrong reason. Now, it's your responsibility it, then my maidservant is despising me because she was pregnant with your kid. There is no evidence like that. It's just one woman's history. And Abraham just simply replied for her, hey, that's your servant, do whatever you want. And then Hagar had to escape from Sarah because Sarah was too mean to Hagar from at that point. And God was meeting with this maidservant when she was escaping from the mistress. Hagar, where are you going? And where did you come from? Well, so and so, I'm going to run away from this family. And God asked her to go back and to serve your mistress. But I will guarantee, I will make you covenant that you and your offspring with your son that you bear will be numerous in this land. You cannot even count them. If you know about the story of Genesis, this is very similar to the same covenant with Abraham. When God told Abraham, leave your parents' home and go to my land, then God promised him, made the same covenant. Your descendants will be numerous like sands in the beach and the stars in the skies, that you cannot even count them. Same covenant that God gives to this maidservant when she was crying for God. How many times do we think, I'm a Sarah, you are Hagar. I'm a chosen one, and you must serve me. That's not the story says. John Calvin interprets this part of Genesis saying, this is the right decision for God to return the Hagar back to Sarah, because the intention of Jesus Christ coming to the world to save us is the servanthood. He wants you to demonstrate how to serve others, even sacrificing his life. So it is right for the Christians to serve others in no matter what situations. In this country of America, we put a lot of emphasis on the human equality or human rights. We have fought for that. And we are most advanced in our civilization history. But those never really rescued from the slavery of others. Now we are in the certain other forms of slavery that everyone belongs to their jobs to wait for their paycheck. And everyone works for others who can take care of their salaries. In the business forms, we call this as virtual slavery. That we are stuck into one system to serve for others. But we don't fight against this saying, no, we want to have freedom. I don't want to work for others, I'm just working for alone. That's not what we are looking for. We are looking for the harmony. We are looking for the respect. We are looking for how to serve each other in this limited system. It's not like everyone must be same in every manner. No, probably not. But we are doing our best to serve each other, to respect each other. That's how Calvin's interpretation is very important for us to realize. That all the jobs, all the levels of our life, all the situations that we are carrying, even though some of them we don't like it, this is all God's calling for us to manage it, to make good harmony with others.